Hi, this video will teach you how to make armor for Schleich horses. I will make a basic version and a more advanced version, so I don't have enough subscribers to make automatic chapters, but I will put the timestamp in the description so you can go to the more advanced one if you're not interested in the simpler design. But for now, we're starting with the simple one. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna use 4 different ways to make the metal, because I want this tutorial to be accessible for everyone and I don't know what materials you have available. So I'm gonna do all things to show you that it's possible with stuff that you probably already have. So my base for this is just a simple cardstock, and then I added silver nail polish, silver Sharpie, aluminum foil and duct tape to create 4 different ways of making metal. And then we are going to make a breastplate out of them. So using a ribbon, I'm gonna measure how wide I want the breastplate to be, and then I'm gonna transfer this width to the paper, and now I can start tracing this shape. I want it to be more or less this shape and make sure it's like even on both sides. So while drawing this outline on the metal part, you want to make sure that it's exactly as wide as you have measured with the ribbon, and also that it's long enough. I checked previously that it should be the length of the horse's chest, so that fits it correctly. Now I have the outline, I can cut this shape out, and I made a mistake of drawing inside the outlines, so I will have to cover the lines up because I don't want them to be showing. I make a very gentle incision on the back, making sure not to go through. That will be a guideline to help it fold in half so that it gets this shape like this. And I also tried on the horse to make any adjustments if needed. And also, once I already cut out this one, I can use it as a template to trace this shape onto my 3 other mediums, and I end up with these nice looking metal breastplates. Now I am using a silver Sharpie to color the edges because I don't want the cardboard to be visible. But if you don't have one, you can also use black or grey paint. I used black on this one. Alright, and now that's done, we can move to attaching this breastplate to the horse. And for the basic one, I'll just use the ribbon. And this is like really simple because you just want to glue it to the edges around here. And then go around the horse's neck like it's a necklace or something. And then attach it to the other side. And it's as simple as that. And you can also bend it a little bit if you prefer more of a curved look than to this straight one. I bent mine like that. It's just cardstock, so it bends pretty easily. But if you like the sharper look, then it's fine. And that's how it looks. This is pretty simple design, but it's perfect if you have a whole army of horses that needs equipment, and I used this in my movie. Yeah, so now let's move on to the more advanced one. We'll also be starting with cardstock, and I'm using the other breastplate for size reference, but this time I'm gonna draw a more elaborate shape for it. You can generally just Google any ideas for inspiration, but I chose mine to be like wings, so I add some feathers on the sides, and also I made the shape a little more curved And I also have this additional piece to go on top to give it a three-dimensional look. So now I'm just gonna glue this other piece on top of the other one. And once the glue is dried, I'm gonna paint this whole thing black and then use the side of the brush from the nail polish bottle to gently add some silver to highlight the texture of the cardstock. So I don't want to paint the whole thing silver. I want to give it a worn look, like it's old, so I'm gonna leave some parts black and the erased areas will be more silver. I know, it's just the style that I like. Now making a small slit to help it bend in half. And I also like wrap it around to give it a rounded look instead of the straight. And I end up with this breastplate. And I tried on the horse, it fits him. Yeah, I made it a little larger than the previous one, so it's a larger horse as well. So I like it. Now let's do the harness to attach it. And this time it will also be more fancy than just a ribbon. I'm gonna do leather harness. You're gonna need thin leather or maybe like leather straps that sometimes at the craft store you can get them. I'm gonna thin this leather because it's too thick. I'm gonna spare your eyes from this suffering. The method that actually works is to cut a thinner strap from this leather and then use a sharp knife to get rid of the excess from the underside. This way you'll get a nice thin straps. Okay, I made 2 small jump rings from wire, and now I'm gonna attach a thin strap of leather to it, covering the place where the ends of the wire meet to keep it tidy and look better. And now I'm adding another one because you want to have 2 of them attached next to each other, so it will look like a V shape, I guess. And now I will attach the loose ends of the leather straps to the both ends of this breastplate, like this. And you don't want it to be too long, like keep it short because we'll add more elements later on. You obviously want to repeat this step on the other side as well, so you'll end up with something like that. And now the next part, you will add 1 strap of leather to these rings like this, and also keep them pretty short, but make sure there's enough length to attach to another circle because this is going to be a crazy constellation combination. So we're making 2 more jump rings that will be attached at the ends of them like this. And yes, we're having a very interesting harness here. Now simply connect these 2 with another strap, and the last part we're gonna have to do is something to go around his belly. So I make a strap and a buckle, and then I'm gonna attach them together like this and glue them to these rings that only have 2 other straps. I don't know if that makes any sense. So with all pieces attached, it will hopefully look something like this, or maybe even better. And lastly, I suggest using nail polish on a toothpick to make these fake buttons that are a very cool detail in my opinion. And once that is done, you should have something looking similarly to mine, and we can just put it on the horse, and there it is. And this armor will go really nicely with the swords we made previously. The tutorial is on my channel, and you can put them inside the harness like that. But I suggest adding some wax to attach them at an angle instead because they look better like that. So yeah, you can now play around and hopefully make your own videos with this armor. That would be really cool. So the simple design is really fun and easy to make, But if you have a main character knight that needs super fancy armor, then the second design is also really recommended. I really hope that this was enjoyable and easy to follow, and that you will make your own armor for Schleich horses. This is such a fun project, and I really love this, how this turned out. And also it's awesome for photography, like this looks so great. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!